podcast. Good song.
Yeah, this sounds like something carrots could grow to.
Crunch into us.
What's up, Doc? What are we doing?
I don't know.
Fuck them.
Crunch. Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Can you hear me? Yay.
Yeah, can you hear me? Yay, also.
How are
What's
you doing?
going on?
I'm okay. How are you?
I'm good. What's going on over there?
In quarantine land? I don't know. You're in it too.
I am. Well, I mean, specifically because, it's 6 o'clock my time.
7 o'clock mine.
Right, and I said 6 o'clock your time?
7. Wait. Hold on.
Yeah.
You
Remember
did
the
say-
text?
Yeah, you did say 6 o'clock my time. I'm sorry.
I did. And then I texted you several times. I'm not mad. I was just kind of concerned, to be honest. I wasn't sure, if you got the Rona or something and we're going to die.
Wow. I didn't get any of those texts. I just got them.
That's crazy.
And, you... Wow.
It's not a big deal.
I'm sorry.
That's okay. This May,
It's the
welcome
time
to...
change. It's the time change that always fucks me up.
I know. You know what fucks me up? Wine and beer mixed together. That always does me in. I like your beard. Your beard is looking amazing.
Thank you. It's too much.
Look at that.
I hate it. It's too much.
Oh, yeah. I hate mine too, but I'm just going to keep it anyways.
You should.
I'm going to keep it because, my theory is, whatever. What's up?
That's
what I mean?
That's a good. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, I don't know if
good
that's
for
a
right now.
theory. Yeah, it's good for now. You know what else is good for right now? Giving up. I think that we should. This episode is sponsored by Giving Up. When in doubt, get a cat.
Get
and
out.
Give up. Yeah.
When in doubt, get out.
Just die. No, not really. Don't do that part.
No.
Get out. Keep going.
Welcome to the Kerrit podcast, everybody. This is
hi, everyone.
This is another episode of that. So there.
Yes, quarantine edition Kerrit podcast. Two things. One, this is going to be a shortened episode because the NFL draft is on tonight and it starts in an hour, and I am dying to watch it.
Perfect.
Yep, not dying, but I do want to watch it. What was the other thing I was going to say? Oh,
I don't know.
Let's check our weekly coronavirus update. Who died.
I don't even have what they were from last week.
Oh, shit. Well, whatever.
I didn't know we were doing it weekly. I'm sorry. Let's see what it's gone up by, because I feel
That's
like
all
it
right.
was a lot.
Let's see here. It definitely went up by a lot. How are you doing over there?
I'm fine. I'll be honest, I haven't checked the death toll daily. I usually do. I don't know how many cases there are in Michigan. I have no idea how many anything.
There's over 3,000.
I know
deaths.
I stopped.
There's over 3,000 deaths.
Really?
In Michigan, I'm pretty sure. I checked it yesterday.
I know I stopped paying attention when I was like, that's too much. And that was, I don't know. What was it? Isn't it like 45,000? 45,000 was the last I checked in the country.
It's going up now. It's over 47,000 now.
Cool. Great. Good.
I'm checking right now. It's, yeah, it's fine.
I've just been
It's
trying
not
to
fine.
funnel myself into other endeavors and stuff. So editing this podcast and the other podcast, This Better Be Good, and then editing someone's album, and then I have a special to edit, and that's supposed to be done by May 10th. So I'm just
crazy.
working on a lot of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I like to put an album of another one of some other recordings I have, put that together and put that out. That'd be fun.
Yeah, why not? Use this time to harness your creative energy that has been hiding. It's not been hiding. It's just been... I'm so tired. I didn't sleep very well last night.
I had a dream about getting a haircut.
Ooh. Is that's
Well,
usually that scares me, and I don't want to get a haircut because of the dream.
I mean, usually I'd have one by now, but
Yeah,
I mean,
yours is pretty long.
But I'm not going to complain about it and hold a fucking sign. Like you and I saw that movie together. The
Day After Tomorrow.
No, we definitely didn't.
Mission
see that together.
Impossible 3.
Don't start naming movies because I know that's what you're going to do. It's the Peter Jackson
Batman versus Superman.
Yes, that totally Peter Jackson.
Okay, I'm sorry.
King Kong 2, Batman versus Superman.
I would watch that movie.
No,
it'd be terrible.
It would be. The Peter Jackson documentary on World War I, They Shall Not Grow Old.
Oh, yes.
So, watching that, you see what people in World War I had to go through, and so it's like they're getting gout in trenches. Not even gout, just like fucking dying.
Trench foot.
Yeah, trench foot. And then, so set that here, right? And then now there's people holding signs that are like, we want a haircut. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? That's your sacrifice. That's how little you have to That's literally, for people listening in audio, I'm pulling my hair for Kevin to see. It's long, and I don't like it. But fucking, that's what it is. Shave your head if you're really that fucking upset about it.
Dude, I don't want to do this because I've been wanting to grow my hair out for a while, but we should start a movement. It's going to be a viral sensation where, in support of our healthcare workers, everyone shaves their heads and then posts a picture of themselves on Instagram or Twitter. And then with a hashtag that's like, home haircut, bitches.
Perfect. I think that'll go really well.
I'm not a marketing major, so you come up with the hashtag, the slogan.
Haircut for healthcare. Healthcare.
Holy, that's way better than what I said. God damn it.
Healthcare haircut.
That's much better. Healthcare haircut. I like it.
Health cut.
Health cut. Ooh, don't do that because that's just going to
don't.
make people think of how shitty our healthcare is.
Well, it is. But
it is.
Yeah, how have they not stopped payments on that? That's the thing that I have a big problem with is like they keep giving us the money and then
what money?
Well, I mean there's that one check, but then if you get unemployment, there's people that are here in Michigan getting like $960 a month from unemployment.
Uh-huh.
And
that's like not bad.
No, it's not bad at all. That's more than you could. For some people, that's more than you could make by working. So basically, It's like I'm sorry from the government, which is great. But the idea that like it's enough to like pay bills, but then you still would have been making more money. I don't know. It's such a weird thing. Also, it's tax stuff, but
yeah.
Anywho, it's just like it's such a what's the phrase I'm trying to think of?
Shit show.
Shit show is perfect, but it's such a nuanced issue that it's not so clear cut. There's so many things that go into it, but
right. Anywho,
how are you doing, bud?
Oh, I'm fine. I mean, as fine as one can be. I still think it's crazy that rent has not been frozen and things like that. I mean, that's crazy. And I think it's also crazy that for some people it has been frozen, but the interest and the actual rent itself collects for the months that you're not paying.
Yeah. So in 3 months, you're going to have to pay.
Super fucked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I was going towards. Like 3 months is now.
Yeah. We have no plan. And with everyone in such dire straits financially, we're prolonging an inevitable shitstorm.
I mean, it's a shit tornado.
A shitstorm. Yeah, it's going to be a shit hurricane. It's going to be a shit typhoon / hurricane. Like Sharknado, but Shitnado.
Shitnado.
Pretty crazy.
Name of the episode.
I'd watch that. Yeah, nailed it. I always feel like I should win a prize if I get the catchphrase that names the episode. So if you'd like to send all your donations, I've established a GoFundMe. The GoFundMe is codenamed some good charity that's really doing good things out there that I can't think of off the top of my head because I don't research charities because I don't believe in them because I feel like all the overhead is probably taking all that money and like putting it into like the pockets of the people that are organizing everything. I don't really know what's going on.
I would believe that.
Well, so yeah, that's really fucked up. What's Is that thing you sent me? Would you like to explain what astroturfing is to begin?
Oh yeah, I mean this is like last week's news, right?
Craziest thing. It is, but it's current. It's unfortunately still current, I'd say.
It is. So astroturfing is, if anyone doesn't know, by anyone I mean the 7 people listening.
Hey, Alex Plakowski.
Yeah, exactly. And Zach Hester and Wes Argestein, and then 4 other people I don't know. That's 7, right?
I'm not being paid to do math, Gerrit, and honestly, I'm not getting paid at all for this show. So, you asking me to do that, it's insulting.
It's a big ask.
Yeah, that's a big ask. Like, I want you to go fuck yourself in your face.
Now, let me see if I have the definition of astroturfing correct. It's where one person or group will kind of funnel money towards other people and try to influence their decisions, and it's kind of like a conspiracy thing, right?
It's like a super PAC.
Yeah, basically, but for
That's what
like
it sounds like, but like conspiracy style.
Yes.
Kind of smaller scale, but kind of bigger in thought process, or bigger in, what's the word I'm looking for here? Like media attention, something.
It's basically a group to create the idea that people should divide and conquer.
Yeah.
Kind of, I don't know. It's such a weird. It's a newer term, so I'm trying to figure out how to explain it correctly. But basically, it's pretty proven, and I mean the documentation is right there. Attractive,
because it's pretty proven. Forgive me again. I'm very tired. Was that not good?
I'll get it. No,
pretty.
Pretty. Jesus.
And Gerrit has quit. Well, thanks for listening, everybody.
This is a great.
We'll see you next week.
12-minute episode.
That's good.
It's pretty proven that all of these groups on Facebook that were created as like a say no to quarantine kind of thing. There's a Reddit thing all about it. There's a news article that probably went around. But explaining that one person or group created all of these anti or pro-protest groups or whatever, like anti-quarantine protest.
Right. Like across the country, there's one group that has secretly been kind of funneling money into establishing these get-togethers. They're not a get-together. They are protests.
Well, they're illegal under federal order, but apparently, dude, people. Okay, so this is the latest in the whole thing. People were protesting outside of Governor Whitmer's house today. Did you hear about this?
Yeah, I did hear about that.
And then
that's why I mean this is current still. This is so. I mean, it's going across the nation. It was in Michigan last week, but it's like other places. This week,
Colorado, there were nurses that were like out blocking traffic, and it's so crazy to me because this is
stupid.
Just quit being fucking selfish. It's the same with the haircut thing. It's the same. It's just like,
I just think
you are so fucking selfish, and if you just stayed put for 2 to 3 weeks, we wouldn't have to worry about this. It would be fucking gone. But no, people want to go fucking Home Depot and shit.
I do think it's a little funny how easily someone can be like, oh, I will go to this protest because I do need a haircut.
Yeah,
like
it's not really the 1-2 thought.
There's no, I remember in the 60s when people were like pushing racial equality and protesting for that. I
don't remember, but I've seen the hydrants.
Yeah, and I mean, it's just so funny how far we've fallen. We used to strive for true progressive ideals to attain a new social structure.
Well, the thing that pisses me off the most is that cops are not there. Cops are not responding, and you can make the argument, well, maybe they're understaffed, but it doesn't seem like they're understaffed in a moment where they get to kill a black guy for no fucking reason. I mean, there was a couple years ago, a mentally challenged black guy was shot in the back by the cops, and then I'm sure that cop got off. I'm just assuming because of the stories. Meanwhile, you have people with AR-15s on the Capitol steps, no cops around, because they're exercising their rights. Are you fucking kidding me? During a goddamn lockdown that is federally mandated. It's insane.
Well, it's really interesting to me because I haven't read up on this. I don't know if you are legally, I mean, I don't understand the limits, legally speaking, of protesting. Like, just because we're on lockdown, government mandated, you're not allowed to protest?
Well, I guess you're technically allowed to protest. There's people that are protesting, you know, in other countries that are 6 feet apart. But at the same time, I mean, can you run away from the cops and get shot? Like, don't you have to be a threat?
Are you? You're talking about like black violence.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm just weighing the things because it's mostly it can be turned into a race issue because why the fuck not? I mean, it's one of the easiest things to argue.
And we know nothing about it.
I mean, I don't know. I'll see that. Okay, so there's two things. So we talk about astroturfing. The reason that works so well is because people are so fired up on one side of the aisle, and they are dumb. They're easily manipulatable. And then the second point was mine, where it's just like, well, what if I'm being astroturfed by certain things, right? Like, what if there's Russians creating memes for the left to get you pissed at the right?
To further divide everybody.
And I'm like, yeah, but I mean, it could be the thing with me where it's just like, I don't know, that makes so much sense to me, but am I smarter? Like, arguing like racially when it comes to this kind of thing. Is that like an AstroTurf idea? Because I've seen that meme, I shared it, and a lot of people liked it. And then like one guy came back and he's like, oh, what did he say? Something, I blocked him. But what he said, okay, so there's the meme that was like, why is this okay, but this isn't? Like that kind of thing. So It's protesting, and then, you know, it's Colin Kaepernick and other black football players kneeling during the national anthem. And then some guy commented, he's like, well, because the lower picture, those guys are just bitches or something like that. And then he called me a retard, and then blah, blah, blah. Mm-hmm. And then it's just like...
Was he just trying to be like a troll?
No.
Or was he serious?
He's totally serious. Because I've had troll people like comment, and it's always that like devil's advocate thing, which I've stopped doing, by the way. I'm so fucking annoyed by people that are doing it right now. Because it's like, I get what you're doing, but at the same time, stop doing it because you're not helping the conversation. So I've quit doing that.
Mm-hmm.
But wow, I've been talking a lot. I feel like I'm getting lightheaded. I guess the point,
Don't be lightheaded. That's not good.
I gotta be heavy-hearted.
Are you 101 degrees? Because I'm gonna have to cancel this get together because then I'm gonna get coronavirus through the internet 5G that we have going on here.
Kevin died, everybody. I blew into the camera.
Yes, I've resurrected.
I did have 105 degree temperature when I had coronavirus, when I had pneumonia.
Yeah, when was that again?
That was September.
I was reading that someone died of coronavirus 23 days before it was officially declared in the United States. So it would have been like, I guess, early February, which means they probably would have gotten it sometime in January.
I mean, we talked about that in the last episode. Someone could have come here January 1st and then 15 days later.
Yeah. And I mean, it makes you wonder. I was reading a lot about this online. And we did touch on this in another episode on how my main entertainment is like reading comments that other people are posting right now. Oh, man, which is not a great way to retain and or even learn knowledge.
No.
Because none of it's, what's the word I'm looking for here? What's the academic version of quantifiable? It's almost like none of it is
quantitative.
Maybe, yeah. And so none of it's, you don't know if it's true. It's just people with anecdotes. But a lot of people were sharing these stories that sounded very COVID-19 related. And then other people would be like, well, we also had a pretty tough year for the flu. So what you're describing does kind of sound like the flu too. And I'm just sitting here like, God, I hate this right now.
Yeah.
I don't know how to explain it. I'm just I don't know. I don't know where I'm going with any of this.
I guess when it comes to the flu, Have you ever had the flu and not thrown up or had diarrhea?
I don't know. I think so. I mean, I think I've had varying, degrees of the flu where sometimes I literally am just like achy all over. But the thing is, usually it lasts like 2 or 3 days and it's gone.
Yeah.
The stories I read are like, oh, it lasted a couple weeks and it kind of follows the symptoms of COVID. And then people are still like, well, that sounds like it could still be the flu. And I'm like, well, I'm not saying one way or the other, but like, that's kind of weird. I've not heard of that.
Well, it's so convenient for people to just say, oh, the flu lasts 2 weeks now. And I'm like, what kind of flu? Your flu sounds like coronavirus. Like, yeah, that's the fucking craziest thing to me. I feel like I can't think of a time where I've had just like aches and pains and then not had like vomiting and it's been the flu. Like, I don't know. I feel like I get the flu maybe every 2 or 3 years.
That's probably about right for me too.
Yeah.
Somewhere around there.
So I don't know, but like I very rarely get sick. It's usually a headache, which I have now because I have coronavirus. No, caffeine. Like if I don't have a specific amount of caffeine or I have too much and I try to like whatever, so I get like an awful headache, but it's a caffeine related headache. So that'll happen. I won't really have anything else unless I get like a sinus infection where it's just like green mucus. Mm-hmm. But then
yeah, who knows?
When I got pneumonia last year, it was the weirdest thing because it was like I feel like I had a cold and then didn't rest and then out of nowhere, just the worst I've ever felt. Like 105-degree temperature, kept taking pills, kept breaking it, kept coming back, kept putting a washcloth on my head. It would break, it would come back. Then I went to the hospital and then or the urgent care. And they're like, we need to bring your fever down before you can leave because we don't want you to have to go to the emergency room because it was like that bad. So then they had to like pump me full of liquids because I was dehydrated. And then it went down to like 101 and they're like, you can go, just take this Z-Pack, which was azithromycin, which with coronavirus, they want to put together azithromycin and hydrochloroquine.
Oh, yeah, but that doesn't work.
No, it doesn't. And
from what I understand, from what I read,
the thing with that, I looked this up. The reason that people don't want to use that is because there's people with lupus that actually it does help them. So if you use hydrochloroquine for coronavirus, people with lupus can't get it because there's a shortage. Like they've actually taken it away from people with lupus and they've been like, "Thank you for your sacrifice." And it's like, are you fucking kidding me?
Like nothing. We just keep sacrificing one group for the other and vice versa.
So that's that whole issue. And once again, it's nuanced. So
well, I'm still planning on just moving to New Zealand in a couple of years and just living in the trees. I'm not a big Lord of the Rings fan, but I'll pretend that I am so that it's not as weird. Mm-hmm. You know?
Yeah.
It's less weird to say I'm going to do that because I love Lord of the Rings than to say I'm going to do that because I have nothing better to do.
I actually thought about going to Scotland.
Like you'd love Scotland.
Moving to Scotland. Because if Trump gets reelected, I don't want to. I mean, it'll get worse. I don't really want to be here.
You know, when I was in Spain, it was really awesome because all that Trump bullshit, and it didn't get... It's crazy how in retrospect it wasn't as bad as it is now or has been in the last couple of years. But when I was there, it was great because, I'd read a little bit about it online and I'd keep up with it. But it was all like background noise because it was not happening where I was and no one really cared. Like they knew about it and, people thought he was a clown in Europe, but it wasn't like, oh, this guy's leading us. This is an issue. So, yeah, I would highly recommend it if you can figure it out. It's all a big game of paperwork whenever you want to go anywhere. So just figure that out. Just fill out a bunch of paperwork shit.
I got my passport right here, ironically. Nice. Look at that.
There you go.
When does this expire?
Mine expired, so I am screwed.
2022.
You're good for a little while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if this quarantine opens the world up.
Yeah. It'll happen eventually. I mean, we are stuck inside for a year and a half for sure. That's my thought, like, honestly.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. I've kind of accepted it at this point. I'm like, I could get used to this.
Ooh, I have something. So the NFL draft is tonight. Mm-hmm. And one of the crazy, wild conspiracy theories I heard was that, if coronavirus is still around when the season starts, obviously there won't be any fans there. But to take it even further, they're trying to straight up play the entire season and fly all of the teams down to Hawaii and just have everyone live in Hawaii for like 3 months. And use like high school football fields and the college fields down there and like stage the entire season on Hawaii.
I don't see a problem with that.
Or in Hawaii.
It's isolated enough. There's going to be no crowd, but do you need them?
Ooh, you're breaking up. You're breaking up.
It just said you're...
Can you see me?
Yeah, I can see you now. Can you hear me and see me? Can you see me?
I can see and hear you. You're just kind of breaking up a little bit there.
Okay.
Yeah. Well,
it said
yeah.
internet
now
connections.
I know, kind of. A little.
Hold on.
This says Gerrit Elzinga. I think that's you.
Hold on.
What?
Are we good?
I think so.
Cool. Yeah, I don't see a problem with it. That's what I was saying. Is like, do you really need the crowds? And it's isolated enough.
Right.
So, yeah.
I mean, if they could pull it off, I think it'd be the greatest thing of all time because, you know, we'll have lived through the best Wikipedia page. The 2020 NFL season. The 2020 NFL season was marred by the coronavirus, which was still in the heyday of its presence, or however you want to describe that.
Wow, thank God you're not doing any Wikipedia entries.
Yeah, I know. Especially, well, you know, I'd have a dictionary on hand and probably a thesaurus, which are really fun.
Thesaurus.
Yeah. No, that's a dinosaur you're thinking of.
Don't you, like, what came first? Dinosaur? Well, hold on.
Chicken.
What came first? The discovery of dinosaurs or the thesaurus?
The discovery of dinosaurs.
Yeah. So, why did they name it a thesaurus? What does saurus mean in Latin? Do you know?
I have no idea. I would imagine it means of the lizard variety. You know? Like a Tyrannosaurus is a Tyranno
King
of the lizard variety. Yeah, he's the tyrant of the lizard variety.
Saurus means...
A stegosaurus, because they have a lot of stegs on them. So it's like, it has a lot of stegs of the lizard variety. Yeah, that sounds about right.
Seems like it's from a Greek word, thesaurus. So saurus isn't its own suffix. The word actually comes from the Greek word thesaurus. It's Greek, which means treasure or treasury. In Tyrannosaurus, the origin is from the Greek words tyrannos, which means tyrant, plus the word sauros, which means lizard, king of the lizards. So thesaurus was
Tyrannosaurus
first...
Rex is Jewish.
No, not at all. It's Jason Mantzoukas.
George Soros exists?
Oh, I was going Greek. But yeah, that's interesting. I didn't know that. So the word thesaurus is treasure, so that was actually first. So thesaurus comes from Greek.
Huh.
So thesaurus was before the... Did not know that.
Well, when were dinosaurs discovered? 1993?
No, early, maybe the late 1800s, early 1900s, I think the first one was discovered.
Oh, whoa.
Yeah.
That's crazy. The first dictionary was written when Mel Gibson starred in a movie called The Professor and the Madman.
I don't believe that.
Yep. And then Sean Penn helped him write it. So yeah. It was set in that movie.
Lots of truth on this podcast, everybody.
I know. So let's see. Let's see here. What's a good topic? Hit me with your best shot. How are eggs doing? Do you like eggs?
I like eggs.
To scramble them a lot.
Scrambled are the best.
I think there are two ways to scramble an egg.
What do we get? What do we got?
You can either put milk in to make them creamier or water in to make them fluffier. And I prefer the water. Just a little. You don't want them watery. Just enough to give them some balance, you know? Like the Titanic never had as it sank. That's why it cracked in half.
Very true. Did you know that there's some people that didn't think that it cracked in half?
Yeah, that's how Raise the Titanic was written, actually. Because that would never have been even remotely... I mean, it's not remotely possible, but it would never have been at all possible if they knew it was cracked in half.
Mm-hmm. That is the story of the Titanic is so fascinating to me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
the last living survivor died, right? A couple years ago.
I think I read that somewhere. That sounds familiar. Like a little baby was there.
A baby at the time, yeah.
Yeah. Wow. So, yeah.
Do you think she remembered that it cracked in half?
Yeah, seriously. I just can't. It's so. There's so much going on. I mean, you're chilling in a lifeboat, and you don't even remember it cracked in half because you're so traumatized.
Mm-hmm. And cold.
Isn't that? Yeah. You're just chilling there, literally and figuratively, and you're like, well, shit, and then that's it. So
wow, you boiled a disaster down to 2 fucking sentences. You're just chilling there, like literally and figuratively, and you're like, well, shit, and that's how people either lived or died. Good job.
Oh man, at least with the Titanic.
The guys were up in the crow nest, just like, whoa, wow, full steam ahead, starboard. Shit.
Iceberg, fuck. Oh no, shit.
Cussler, don't use words like that. Fuck, dude, bro, shit.
We're gonna die, man. Fuck you.
Turn. Have you listened to the birds? All right.
They won't be established for another 50 years. 55 years.
Maybe a little more than 60s. Yeah, 1912. 1952.
Nailed it. 40s.
50s. About 60 some years, 65 years.
65.
55. No, about,
yeah, I was going to say.
Because 67, I think that's maybe when they got together. I can't remember. Who gives a shit? We went from
Titanic
to the
You're
birds.
the one. You mentioned turn. You know what I don't get as a song that everyone really likes that creeps me out ever since The Hills Have Eyes came out is The Mamas and the Papas. And
The Mamas and the Papas?
Yeah. Do you know that band?
Yeah. Mama Cass.
California dreamed da ba la ba da ba da.
Yeah,
and the sky is gray.
And the sky is gray.
Yeah.
That song. So you don't like that one?
On a ham sandwich. Yeah.
No, she didn't. That's a fucking misnomer. Is that a word that worked? Hold on. Misnomer.
I don't know. Why use a word you don't know? I personally would just say I would quickly go through my Rolodex and just default to the easiest word. So
a wrong or inaccurate name or designation. Misnomer.
So no, in this case.
That works.
Well, you said name or destination?
Designation.
Designation. So the designation being she died of a ham sandwich overdose.
Yes, that's a misnomer because she died of a heart attack, not choking on a ham sandwich.
I see. I would not like choking on a ham sandwich. Ham is the only good meat at Jimmy John's. Have you noticed that? I know that I'm not even trying to pick on you for being a Jimmy John's former employee.
Roast beef's not bad. Tuna,
yeah, but it has that weird colorization on it. It makes it look like salmon. Or like gold,
the green.
Opal.
Yeah.
Yeah, like green or like pinkish or something. I was like, what is going on here?
It's just because it started to crystallize. At least that's what someone told me.
Jesus, though. I don't want anything to crystallize. I don't want crystals to crystallize.
They made the bacon. This is the thing about Jimmy John's. They made the bacon thinner, and they also cut down the amount that gets put on a sandwich, but they kept the price the same.
Nice.
They are shit.
Well, everything is. Everyone's just trying to make a buck, and everything sucks, and this is just awful. Have you watched any good movies lately? Oh, hey. So I watched.
Cool. I watched Train to Busan.
I
was gonna let you go first, hoping that you had one, and you didn't.
I I watched. I've not seen that all the way through. I would like to. I enjoyed it for what it was. Something about zombie movies almost not good ever anymore. Have you noticed that?
I think this one was probably one of the best ones I'd seen in a while.
Okay.
But I don't. To me, there's like 4 good zombie movies. 5. Yep. Let's say 5. What do you think the 5 zombie movies are? Here you go. This is a topic.
The Return of the Living Dead is probably my number 1, honest to God.
That's a good one.
I fucking love that movie. I'd say Dawn of the Dead, original, close second. Day of the Dead, original, great movie. The rest are in kind of no particular order here. What's that other one that's really good? I guess the Zack Snyder Dawn of the Dead is pretty solid, honestly.
But you can't not include George A. Romero's original Night of the Living Dead.
Yeah, you can. I mean, you can. If you're talking about top 5, if you're talking about personal top 5, I don't know if that would be included. If it was like actual top 5, then yeah, for sure. The reason I wouldn't include it in the personal is because it's maybe I would include it in the top 5 personal too, because I don't love zombie movies the way I used to. It used to scare the shit out of me too, because the black and white imagery. They're like,
that's what I'm saying. It's the first one. So the beginning of, if for anyone not knowing, the only ones that might not know are Zach and Wes. So Night of the Living Dead. I know Alex knows.
Wait, Alex knows?
Plakowski, he knows Night of the Living Dead.
How does he know?
He's a fucking movie buff.
No way.
Yeah. Anyway.
Nice. What's up, dude? I like it.
He should be a guest on here.
Ask him what his favorite movie is. No, wait, I'll ask him. Hey, Alex, what's your favorite movie? Write us at thekerrit.
Nope.
At kerritpodcast.gmail.com.
Not even close.
The Kerrit hang on. Kevin and Gerrit present the Kerrit. presents the Kerrit's email address at gmail.com. Hashtag Kerrit equals Comerica across America.
How
did that go? Just fucking cut all of this out.
No, it's all in. Are you kidding?
Let's just delete this episode. Everything sucks right now.
We're doing video now. None of this gets cut.
Shit.
Take your shirt off. Whip your cock out.
That cock's out under my shirt.
Where do you want me to fuck? Guys, oh no. God, MacGruber.
I'm gonna shoot.
I'm gonna shoot.
Oh, I have to go.
That was great. I have to go.
What the fuck is this? So many wires here.
I love that movie so much.
I love when who is it? Is it The Show? I don't know wrestling characters. The guy makes out with the other guy and he vigorously crosses out the name on his suit. What an idiot. MacGruber doesn't go for that. I get those large Tazo teas.
No, take that tip out of there. Take that tip out. No, MacGruber would not tip. I'm sorry. What was I saying? So, yeah, Alex knows. KerritPod@gmail.com if anyone wants to reach out.
Oh my God.
We're also KerritPod on
That's
Twitter.
One of the best comedies.
It really is.
Sorry, I'm still rolling through imagery in my head.
It's fantastic. That movie deserves so much more respect.
It's one of the best comedies in the last decade, straight up.
So speaking of best zombie movies,
yes.
So what's your 5 now? Do you know?
Okay, so for sure, Return of the Living Dead, Dawn of the Dead original, Day of the Dead. I would have to say like Land of the Dead's not in there. It's solid, but I'm not going to put it up there. And then there's like so many crappy ones. There's so many crappy Return of the Living Dead sequels. There's a bunch of crappy remakes. I never watched any of the Day of the Dead remakes.
There's 2 of them, aren't there?
I haven't finished Train to Busan. Wait, what?
There's 2 Day of the Dead remakes, aren't there?
My understanding is there's one remake, a sequel to the remake, and I heard they're making another one, and I feel like there's even a third one in there. I mean, I don't know. What the fuck, man?
Like, why is that the one?
Fucking jeez.
Whatever.
I don't know. You know what? I don't get it either. And it's so strange, and I hate it, and I don't get it, and I don't get how we can let these things happen. Ugh. Anyways, Ving Rhames is in both the Dawn of the Dead remake and the Day of the Dead remake, which I always thought was interesting.
And he doesn't play the same character.
They were going to be connected.
That's real weird.
He does not play the same character. It is real weird. So I'm down to I've only 3 so far. I mean, I guess that means that Night of the Living Dead original could easily sneak in there. The remake of that movie is actually pretty solid. The Tom Savini directed one with Tony Todd.
From the 1990s?
Did you ever see that one?
I did. I
think it's like 1990 exactly. I remember enjoying it. What the hell else is out there? There's nothing good out there anymore. I mean, 28 Days Later, does that count? Is that a zombie movie? Danny Boyle would say no.
Of course he would, but you know it's zombies. I mean, the thing with that is like they're still zombies, but he changed the game, so that's the reason. Mm-hmm. So I don't know.
But they're zombies. I mean,
can I do my 5?
Hello.
I think we're on a big delay. Hold on,
please speak to me.
I think we're on a big delay. Can you hear me at all or no?
I also think I can hear you. We are on a big delay. It sounds like to me.
Okay. How about now? Nope. Hold on.
Now seems okay so far.
Are we good? Nope.
So far, yes.
Still no, a huge delay. I'm gonna stop this and start a new one.
Okay.
That was like literally a 7-second delay.
That's crazy. Yeah. I have not noticed personally. I don't know how you are noticing.
It just happened.
But this is good right now.
But it's still a delay.
Oh, I see.
Like, I can watch your face right now, and to me, you're still just, like, processing what I'm saying. Like, you're going to start moving your head in about 3 seconds, like I was. Do that. It was 3 seconds.
Wait. I'm going to tell me to nod my head, and I'll do it right when you finish saying head.
Okay, I'm going to tell you to nod your head, and then there we go. 3 seconds. It's like
3 seconds isn't bad.
It's not bad. Maybe we're catching up. Nope.
Hang on. I'll get to you.
Oh my. Wow.
Did I get there?
I don't know. When did you ask me?
I don't know. It's fucking 6:43. Does that mean anything? What are your top 5?
Wow, you're an hour behind. It's 7:43. All right. What? Junior Mints. Dude, have you had it where you've watched a movie lately and then you see someone touch their face or their lips and you're just like, what the fuck are you doing?
Do you mean like in the movie the character is like...
touching their face. Yeah, and you're like, Corona, dude.
Absolutely.
Every time now.
Yeah, I've seen it. I feel like Jeremy Renner was doing it in Ghost Protocol.
I'm sure he was.
So.
This should be a fine delay. Whatever. We'll just play with it. So I'll do my top 5, and then we'll coagulate.
I don't know what that means, but sure.
I mean, I think it works.
You're really going out there with the words today.
I'm trying to get this brain working, and it hasn't really done shit lately. So
I gave up on getting my brain to work. So I'm just. Do you remember that House episode where that dude was like intentionally poisoning himself so that he could dumb himself down so he could live more peacefully?
Maybe.
That's an episode. It's definitely an episode.
I believe it.
And that's how I'm just trying to get through things. So I'm trying to forget things. Ignorance is bliss. You know the ending of Shutter Island?
Yeah.
That would be perfect for me right now.
Oh,
like,
just
is it better to... Wait, what?
I was going to say, like, 3 people realize you are not a monster, and then you just end up getting lobotomized.
Oh, not that part. Just the lobotomy, but also being self-aware that the lobotomy makes the most sense because, you know.
Gotcha.
Also, I could go for the ending of One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. I will be Jack Nicholson.
Oh, I'll be the Indian.
Yep, and you can kill me. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Bye.
Now, who kills me? The white man. All right,
Yeah,
now let me
you're gonna die. No worries. You will be gunned down in the street for a completely unrelated note. It has nothing to do with you escaping from the mental institution.
And Alex Plotkowski will be Danny DeVito.
Yep. So
Perfect.
He's gonna be on the fringes. No one's gonna realize that he's gonna be on It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia in like 40.
And be a dick to Matilda. All right.
And direct her.
Yeah, he directed that movie.
He did direct that movie.
Top 5 zombie movies. Here we go. I think number 1, because it's so influential, it's so different than the first one, it's going to be Dawn of the Dead.
Solid.
Number 2.
I love that movie. Great movie.
Number 2, Shaun of the Dead.
Oh, fuck. I always forget about that movie. That movie's amazing. I love that movie. I'm stealing your top 5.
You might. Number 3, I'm going to throw... Kevin, flip me off. Do it again. You got to make some sound so the camera cuts to you.
Oh, sorry. Can I do it again? Say, Kevin, do it again.
Kevin, do it again, you piece of shit.
I'm now flipping you off.
I will be honest. I think Zoom is a great thing, but I think we're definitely the ones making the best content out of the use out of this.
I feel like we honestly have so much untapped potential now that we started recording these things. Like, how can let's make this fun? Watch this. Ready?
Oh no! Oh no!
Oh no! Glasses!
Wow. That is some untapped potential. It probably should remain tapped.
Wait, can I try one more?
Untapped.
Maybe this is better.
Oh, what's happening?
Okay, ready? Oh no, a beer of lightning googles, no! I try one more, just one more.
Everything's
Say something
funnier
to me so that it goes to you first.
Kevin, is everything always funnier when it comes in 3s?
Yes, it is. And yes, for some reason, nothing is happening in 3s. Oh my god, it's cat treats! They're killing me! You saw my hand in that one. That's not as funny. That was the worst one. You saw my hand. You said, and now my hand touched my face, and that's the end of my chapter.
Corona.
Okay, continue.
Yeah. Speaking of 3s, so 1, Dawn of the Dead. 2, Shaun of the Dead. 3 is, dude, I got it. I think Night of the Living Dead because it was the first. It's
more than Return of the Living Dead.
No, hold on.
Return of the Living Dead is amazing.
Okay, 3, Evil Dead.
Are
those zombies? Does that count?
No.
But they're well, I guess no. It's more of a possession movie.
It's
Yeah.
full possession, full on. I'm an evil spirit.
Yep.
And I'm gonna influence your body to act as a demon would act.
Okay, good call. So
Okay.
3, I'm gonna go Return of the Living Dead because I think that it's so fun and like over the top, but zany. It's real out there, but great.
It's subversive before subversive sucked.
Yes, it's like meta as well. It's pretty great.
Yeah, it's like if Last Jedi were good.
Number 4, I'm gonna say I think, dude, Zombie. Lucio Fulci's.
I haven't seen that in so long, man. I would love to watch that again. That scene where that eyeball gets pierced by that thing.
How about when the zombie fights the shark underwater? That's so cool.
Right? I know. Those are all good scenes, but I want you to delete the other stuff. Make reference to you saying the eyeball thing.
Yeah,
or did I say that?
You said that.
No, just go say it. Go ahead.
Jesus Christ. How about that part in Zombie where the eyeball almost gets jabbed? Remember that, Kev?
No, I don't. Wait, do you see this? What is this? Ah!
God damn it.
Did it work? Let me try it again.
No.
Say it one more time. Cut this out until it gets good.
No, I'm not going to. I love that your eye was open the entire time.
Well, that's how I got pierced. That's why I can't see.
Another zombie movie. I think number 5. It's a choice between 28 Days Later and the original Night of the Living Dead. And I think that for me, Night of the Living Dead might be more enjoyable because it's nostalgia, it's black and white, it's different, and 28 Days Later is as well, but it's so much scarier and it's hard to rewatch. That's why Return of the Living Dead it has so much rewatchable factor, and I think all the rest of them on the list do too.
Mm-hmm, they do.
And I think that if it was 6, 7, 8, it would be, Day of the Dead original, Dawn of the Dead remake, and then 28 Days Later, and then Train to Busan. I really think those are the 9 good ones. You're frozen. Am I frozen?
Out. God damn it.
Well,
now you're good now.
Okay. Anywho, yeah. What do you think?
I mean, I appreciate that. I think that I had forgotten about a couple of those, to be honest with you. That's how brain dead I am. Brain dead! Dead alive!
Dead alive! No, because they're possession.
But don't they bite each other and they get fucked? Well, doesn't the monkey bite them and then they get bitten and then et cetera, et cetera?
Well, I mean, technically the things are coming back to life in Evil Dead because of the Necronomicon. If you get killed, you're still alive.
But that's straight up demon possession.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like Dead Alive focuses on an actual virus, which is never confirmed in the Living Dead movies, but at least is kind of, the running theory.
True.
So
I think Dead Alive
that is the case. That's my top 5. That would mean Return of the Living Dead, Dawn of the Dead, probably Shaun of the Dead, honestly. Dead Alive, and then I guess I like Day of the Dead more than Night of the Living Dead, I'd have to say. Day of the Dead's dope.
Yeah. I would probably watch Day of the Dead more.
Just for me.
It sounds like we just listed 10
That's my thing.
The two of us.
I would watch it more.
Yeah.
Let's just watch all 10. Let's get Zombie in here. Let's get all these movies. And then Zack Snyder, Don. I remember I borrowed it from you years ago.
Yeah.
I just haven't seen it in so long.
Actually,
want to.
No, you borrowed it from Connor Wojtowicz.
No way!
I borrowed it from him. I borrowed it from him right after, and then I bought.
No shit.
When I was on the road somewhere, I bought a 2-disc edition of Lucio Fulci's Zombie, actually called Zombie 2. Interesting.
Yep, because they were pretending it was a sequel to Dawn of the Dead,
which was called Italy. Zombie in Italy. Yeah.
Yep. Those crafty Italians. I really think there is an entire subgenre, which is to say a genre of Italian horror ripoffs of the 70s, specifically 60s, 70s, maybe even 80s, honestly. And they're movies I've never seen before that if I had heard of them, I think they'd be amazing. I have an example. I threw the pen at the computer accidentally. It was not a pen, it's a marker.
It should go in your eye.
Yeah, it already did. It hurt. I got it repaired surgically during the quick cutaway to your face. There's an Italian horror movie out there that is literally about, it's like Jaws, but instead of Jaws being a shark, it's a train.
Wow.
A train. Did you hear me? A train.
What's it called?
Chugga.
What's it called? Rails?
Fudge. That's hilarious. That's so funny.
Well, good. At least I'm still funny in this lockdown.
Yeah, let me see here. It's called Nope. Okay, these are all... This is not... Oh my God.
Is there someone that doesn't want to close the train stations because of all the tourists?
I just can't. Oh my God. I when you type in, you know what I would love to do an episode on sometime. I'm just going to make a note of this. So
write it down. This will be the next episode.
Or just don't release this, because the first half of this episode was just depressing. Just like, let's record it a little more tomorrow, and we'll just shove them together. Don't release one at midnight.
No, it's got to go out, man.
It doesn't have to, though.
Do you not want to?
If you agreed with me, I would say yes. If you don't agree, I'm not gonna like say no. You know, like if I could convince you, I'd be open to it, because the first half was fucking lethargic for me, and I was just like blah.
But I think you think it went worse than it did. I think we dwelled on it more in the previous episodes, and we didn't even go through the numbers of Minnesota and the country.
That is true. The country is at 50,000. I don't know if you want to throw that in or not.
Well, I mean, now we have to keep it.
Monday. Yeah. No, you can still cut out. So this is what the topic for next week is. The idea that we're so used to Google knowing exactly what we're talking about that when we type in something that's pretty precise, Italian train murder movie, and none of the results are what I'm looking for, and I'm just like, are you kidding? How the fuck? Like, what is going on? And it feels like this happens a lot. I mean, I can't think of another example. I'll try to think of more examples for next week's episode. But, like, it's just – it almost feels like a conspiracy at times. Not this situation, maybe not so much, because, like, okay, there's probably a lot of Italian death train movies. But
I mean,
anyway,
yeah, you're right. What year is it? Do you remember?
I don't. I wonder if I saved it on my – my phone died.
Torture Train. I'm kidding.
Italian train movie where the train is haunted.
Is it haunted?
Killer. It's like some kind of haunted, yeah. Yeah, like, look at all this. Last Stop on the Night Train? That's not it.
Night Train Murders? A lot of night trains.
That's what I'm saying. It's like, how do you not know about this?
Yeah.
I mean, not you, but...
Yeah, we'll have to come back to this next episode. So, how we're so used to things. I mean, that's the same thing as, like, being, I don't know, so I'll look it up. And then there's some people, like, I've wanted to do a joke about this, but the idea that, like, you can actually be in conversation with someone and then tell them, hey, you're wrong, this is the truth, I know it for a fact, I'll pull it up and double check it. And then they still will like, no, that's not, no, wrong. I've had that multiple times in my life, and we'll go into it on the next episode.
Yep, I agree. I want that. Okay. Listen, Linda. We have to go. The draft is about to start. I've been looking forward to this for months.
Enjoy it. We'll
the
catch
draft
up.
is the Detroit Lions Super Bowl. I don't know if you knew this.
I didn't.
It's because we're so bad in every other aspect that at least there's hope with the draft, you know?
Well, catch me up on the next episode. We'll talk about the draft and how it went. We'll talk about new death numbers for coronavirus, and we'll talk about Google and the truth.
Okay, and I want to just throw my prediction out for the draft real quick. My prediction is that the Detroit Lions trade out of spot number 3, go down to maybe 5, and then draft Jeffrey Okudah. That's my prediction, and that's what I hope happens. I don't think it's going to happen because we fuck shit up so hard, but let's see what happens.
Not as bad as the country.
Okay. Talk to you later, Barbara. Barbara Broccoli, everyone.
They're coming to get you, Barbara. They're coming to get... Stop it! Stop it!
That guy's rude. All right, man, I got to go.
All right, bud.
If you want to, I mean, I'm open to doing, I mean, we can, I don't know. I'll talk to you later.
I think it's all good.
Hugs.
I'll get to work on it now and then put it up. I'll put it up. I think it's good.
Okay. All righty.
Don't worry.
All righty.
We'll get out of this soon, okay?
I know.